I'm Christopher Hernandez, and my research focuses on testing the regenerative properties of two plants native to South Georgia on fibroblast skin cells. So we're essentially just testing the healing properties of these plants on the cells. So we did it using three assays or tests: the vital cell assay, the MTT assay, and the wound healing assay. The first one that we did was the vital dye assay. It's pretty straightforward. Vital dye uses a dye called trypan blue. So trypan blue bonds with cells that are either dying or dead because their membranes are collapsing or have already collapsed. So we put the trypan blue on the media. We take some of that media that has the cells, and we count how many blue cells there are in the entire medium that we drew up. So for our results here, I could have shown it better, but these right here are 100%. We're essentially graphing the percentage of viable cells, which is just the percentage of how many cells are alive. We can see here that the ilex and the rus, which are the two plants that I'm testing, have a higher output than the controls, which is really good because that means that the extracts are doing better than the controls would normally. The second assay that I did was the cell viability assay, and it essentially just tests how cells reproduce, how quickly they do, and it uses a yellow dye called MTT. This MTT is absorbed by the cells, combined with SDH to create a purple formazan product. And that purple formazan we measure with a spectrophotometer, which just measures light rays. And we measure how purple the medium is. The more purple it is, the more cells we have making that purple. Make sense? So the third assay that we did, or test, is the Image J wound healing assay. It's pretty straightforward. You just get a plate of cells, you get a micropipette tip, and you just make a scratch, and you measure how long it takes for the cells to fill up that gap again. So we are on day 5 of the assay. It's not done completely. Visually, it looks like the assay is working. As you can see here on the scratch, we can see the cells slowly fill up that gap again. So probably by the end of the week, we'll have the results of this assay as well. But so far, it's going pretty well. We'll get all the pictures, we'll put it into a software called ImageJ, and it'll give us a quantifiable number of how long it takes for the cells to fill in that gap. So overall, the vital dye assay had favorable results, but it was our first time doing it, so we want to get more trials in before we objectively say that it has good vital properties. So for the MTT, the ilex here has a little inconsistency, and it's been like that for around 4 assays, MTT assays, until now. So we want to either get a new assay for the ilex or just scrap it completely, because we think that it's the control. As you can see here, the light blue is the control for the ilex, which is interfering with the wavelength that we measure the purple product with. So for the scratch assay, so far, it looks like it's working, but it's still too early to objectively say that it exhibits cell migration.